Okay, good evening, everyone. What a great crowd. Is there anybody else out there in Canyon City? We're all here. The important people are here, right? So, gosh, thanks for coming. We appreciate that. So, do we have, would you call a roll, please?
Councilmember Dennehy.
Here.
Councilmember Maloney.
Here.
Councilmember Schmisher.
Here.
Councilmember Stein.
Here.
Councilmember Tracy.
Here.
Councilmember Worthington.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Hamrick.
Here.
Mayor Troutman.
Here. Is Justin Banks here with the Expedition Church? Would you please rise for invocation?
Let's pray. Father God, we come to you today totally grounded in gratitude and aware of the weight of this moment. You are the one who goes before us and establishes the seasons, who remains steady, who, when everything else is shifting, we can rely on. God, as leadership changes hands today, we acknowledge that this city ultimately belongs to you, and all of us are merely caretakers. First, we thank you for those who have served in past seasons, for the hours that no one saw, the decisions that carried so much weight and responsibility that these people chose to shoulder for the good of this community. We honor their faithfulness, not just for what was accomplished, but for their willingness to stay in the work when it's difficult. As they step into what's next in their lives, we ask that you would give them rest, give them clarity and confidence, knowing that their service mattered. We also lift up their families, which sacrificed and gave so much for them to be here, for the cost that they carried behind the scenes with the late nights, the stress, and the sacrifices. We pray a blessing of restoration and strength over them as they move into a new chapter of life. God, today as we place the incoming mayor and new council members into your hands, give them the wisdom that holds steady under pressure. Provide them with courage to lead with integrity when the path forward isn't popular or easy. Shape them into servant leaders strong enough to stand firm, but humble enough to listen, and clear-minded enough to make good decisions that serve this city long-term for the good of this people and the city that they are. God, protect this leadership from division, from ego and burnout. Build unity among the mayor and the council members, among our community leaders, and the people of Canyon City. Help us all to remember that we are not owners, but stewards. Lord, we thank you for this city, for a community that has learned resilience through challenge. We pray for our families, our schools, our first responders, and local businesses. Give them protection and provision and purpose. May this city continue to be a place where people can put down roots, raise families, and discover purpose. God, we trust you with this next season. Lead us as only you can. We ask this through Jesus alone. Amen.
Thank you. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So do I do the approval of the minutes? Okay, let's start with, what? Yeah, let's do a little bit differently. Do we have any council member announcements? If so, if not, and I would like to start out, since this is my last meeting and you can't throw me off council, let's go ahead. And Kathy, let's start there and come this way with comments or anything you would like to say. Keep it short. No, I'm just kidding. And let's work this way then. How about that? Okay? Go ahead, Kathy.
Thank you, Mayor. It's my honor to be able to have called you mayor for the last 2 years. I want to thank this whole council, and especially those that are leaving today. We have had a good, interesting segment, and we worked hard, and I want to thank every one of them. And I look forward to the next 2 years of trying to do the best we can to improve the city and make it the best that we can for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Emily.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Brief comments from me. I learned long ago when I served on council for 8 years back in the 80s and early 90s, and here's the plaque I got back then, so I don't know if this year's is going to be quite, anyway. I learned back then that it's really important for elected officials to both lead and follow. And sometimes you're doing both at the same time, and the challenge, or one of the challenges, is trying to figure out when to lead, when to follow. And you're not going to please everyone, but you are in a very important position to make decisions for your local community when you run for office and are elected to public office. I would say, too, to fellow council members, I've enjoyed working with everyone. I think it's important to, as a body, you're elected as an individual, but you have to function in some way as a body when you're on city council or any other elected body. So it's important to respect each other, to attack, and this goes to fellow council members as well as the community, to attack ideas but not people, and to really try to make the best decisions you can collectively for this community. So I've enjoyed doing this work again, and thank you all for being here, and thanks to everyone that I've served with. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Jerry?
I'm not an outgoing. I'll be here 2 more years. So I want to thank those that were here and that are leaving us tonight. It's been a great 2 years. I didn't prepare anything, but look forward to the new council members coming on and the new mayor. And it sounds like some of the new people coming in are going to encourage the community to stay involved. It's not easy to be up here and do this all the time, but it sounds like that we're going to have some good community involvement, and I look forward to the next 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. John?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have been serving on council for 8 years, and because of that, I do have some remarks I'd like to share with you all. But first and foremost, I hope that tonight we're kind of establishing a new tradition, one where outgoing council members can share perhaps their accomplishments, lessons learned, and perhaps even some advice to new council members coming in. And I hope this can continue into the future as a council tradition. I have some things that I'm proud of as a council person. One of the things, you cannot solve a problem unless you can identify the problem pretty specifically. One of the things that I'm proud of is that when I came on council, our discussions of stormwater were a little bit confused because there were actually 2 issues involved with stormwater, one of permitting and one of quantity. And I was able to help council see that there was a difference there and try and address some of the problems that we faced that way. One of the other things that I'm proud of is I helped change the discussion of the homeless problem. When I first came on council, we were talking about homelessness as a unified group and without any acknowledgement of the differences among the group. And so I'm proud that I was able to help change the conversation there. I'm also proud that I led the council into voting for and issuing a proclamation declaring that Canyon City was a Second Amendment promotional city. And many of you are not aware of that proclamation, and I'll say a little bit about that in just a minute or two. And then something else that I'm proud of is that when I first came on council, the discussions about the master plan were also confused. The master plans, encouraged by state regulation, lay out a vision for the future, and of course are subject to change in the face of changing conditions. But master plans are used by city staff as a first cut in the approval process for permitting and development requests by citizens and developers. And master plans are not just feel-good documents, but my advocacy for the fact that master plans can contain mandatory provisions has helped this and previous councils frame discussions of master plans. And something close to, on a personal level, previously when there was a code violation in a trailer park, the city would notify the trailer park manager. And the code violation could have been for a particular trailer. The problem with the city notifying the particular manager is if that manager was in conflict with the resident in that trailer, there was opportunity for mischief and beyond. But I was able to lead the charge to get that provision of the code changed so that when there were violations in a trailer park or other areas like that, that both the trailer park owner manager, and the resident were notified, so that all had a chance to address the problem. There are some things that I do regret as being on council. Number one on that list is the adoption of an updated building code. An example of the hidden distortions that can be in this system is that updates to the building codes use the idea of making us safer by mandating fire sprinkler systems in new structures, both commercial and residential. And that's not based on any reasonable cost versus benefit analysis that I'm aware of. The building code state also that once adopted, a municipality or a legislature or a county cannot roll back to an older version, something that I am sure is unconstitutional. A bureaucracy cannot use the regulatory process to prevent a legislature from changing the authorizing legislation, but that is the situation we're in. And that is something that the problem with trying to deal with that on any type of legal basis is that the outlook for success is uncertain, and for sure the outlook for costs are very high, and it would be very difficult to fight that as a single municipality. Number two on my list of regrets is the fact that our master plan has a goal of eliminating agricultural uses within the city without substantial discussion on the part of the council. I think that's something that we as a council should have discussed a lot more completely. Part of the problem is the seductiveness of promoting growth as a city policy. And I caution each of the new council members to be wary of that seductiveness. I would note that as a city grows in population, agricultural uses disappear as a result of market forces entirely naturally. But I don't believe it is proper for the city, and it is proper for the city to recognize and plan for those changes. But it is not proper for the city to implement plans to drive that change. And that's where I think that our building, our master plan in that area has gone a little bit awry. Finally, I would like to highlight to our incoming council members some things things to consider as you embark on your terms in office. Referring back to council proclamations, a council without institutional memory is adrift in a sea of change. I would encourage current council members, new incoming council members, to continue the effort to have all previous council resolutions, proclamations, and formal actions made available on the city website as far back as records exist, both for your own purposes and for continuity and transparency that it can bring to government. Remember that in rare cases, and I'll speak to city attorneys now, but in rare cases, the city attorneys, and I say rare, and I do mean rare, the city attorney's answer to questions is not the final answer. The city attorneys advise us on the law and on risk management. But as duly elected representatives of the people, you have a voice. And the final legal answer is not necessarily the final answer. You have a voice that can be used in the powers, in the halls of power that exist in this state. And don't forget that. That's I think, an entirely important thing. And finally, remember that diversity without unity of purpose is chaos. Unity of purpose is strength, and diversity can contribute to that strength, but by itself is not strength. The unity of purpose that you as a council have to work, is to work for the betterment of the citizenry while respecting our constitutional framework and the rights granted to us by nature and nature's God. Thank you to all of you current city council members. I really have appreciated working with each and every one of you. And I wish the best to the new council members as they embark on their political careers. And I wish the best for the citizens of this municipality. This is not goodbye, but it is just until we meet again. And thank you all.
Thank you, John. Tim?
Well, I want to say thank you to the three that are going out. I mean, We've definitely worked together, we've argued together, smiled at each other, got very upset with each other, but the bottom line is we still accomplished some things. I want to say a special shout out to John, because he has guided me in some questions, and originally is the one who even came to me and proposed this because he heard I was thinking about it. But I want to say thank you so much for your guidance, and I really want to say thank you to Mayor Preston, and thank you for your guidance and your time and the smiles and the jokes we've had up here. But I just want to say thank you so much. It has meant the world to me.
Thank you for the caramels.
It's been an honor.
So, Andrea.
I would like to thank everyone on council and the staff of the city for no matter what situations we've faced in the last 4 years, we met them with civility and collegiality. I appreciate that from all of you, okay? And what I want to remind the people who are not only the new council members, but the people who are in the room, I really appreciate all of you. You represent the best that the Canyon City, represents, and I appreciate you all being here. And I want to remind everybody, first of all, as council members, we represent the people. Never forget that. The people elected us. We owe everything to them. Whenever we vote, whenever we find some sort of project or topic that we think is important, the first question that you have to ask is this going to represent the people that I represent? What do they want? What do they need? And that's hard to do because you're not always going to find consensus. You may never get consensus on anything. But for the people out there who may be watching this, who do not like what council says or does and some of the things that we vote on, and sometimes you show up in great numbers to be abusive. Just remember, the people who sit up here on this podium, they are in the arena. You are out in that audience, okay? The people on this podium have a lot of responsibility. And I was, after all of the involvement of people coming to meetings this year who were unhappy with things, I was frankly gobsmacked when there was an open position for council that had to be filled by write-in. If that many people are concerned about how this city is run, please get involved. Come to council meetings, watch them. They're online. There's so many ways to watch them. And for heaven's sakes, think about running for openings on council when they appear, because you are the government. Don't complain about government, because Pogo, the old cartoon character, said, "We have met the enemy and they is us." So, we all need to get involved. And I really appreciate the town and all the people in it, and especially the people up here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea. Amy.
Thank you. To our outgoing council members, thank you. You gave your time and your energy to this community. The work wasn't always easy, and I know a lot of it didn't happen in this room. It happened out on the streets of Canyon City. So just thank you for your willingness to give of your time and to serve. To our incoming council members, welcome. I'm glad that I get to have the opportunity to serve alongside you for the next 2 years. Being on council isn't about individual agendas. It's about listening to our community. It's about working together. It's about putting the needs of the community first, even when those decisions are really tough. As someone who will continue to serve on council, I'm continuously reminded that public service requires humility, patience, and a commitment to service above self. If we can all keep that focus, I know that we can do amazing work together for the future of Canyon City. So thank you to everyone, those of you who are stepping away, those of you who are stepping in, and the few of us who are continuing on. It's my pleasure to be able to continue serving the city of Canyon City with you all.
Thank you, Amy. And I think, does the mayor get the last swing, the last bat? I don't get a vote, but this has been, I've enjoyed being mayor, actually. There are a few times that I got to say I've gone home and said, I'm never doing that again. But I have thick skin, but I appreciate it. Thank you to council. We've had some really big disagreements, but at the end of the day, we've made those decisions and we've gone forward, and hopefully we're in agreement on them. And thanks to staff. Thank you, Ryan. Our city is blessed with some really wonderful employees. If you look at the standard that they go by every day, to take care of our town, our safety, our water, our streets, it's truly amazing. And one of the reasons that I did decide to run again, this was my third term, really was the staff and the town. I enjoy that. I am so proud of Canyon City. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm so proud of Canyon City. And a large part of everything that you see, that you do, are the people that run our town. And I appreciate that. And thank you. Council, the only thing that I think that has bothered me is you don't laugh at all my jokes. And especially the
Only the funny ones.
No, well,
You have to tell us when it's a joke.
you see what I had to do. I mean, come on. But it truly has been a joy. Like I said, the last year or so has been perplexing at times, but yet this is a great town. We've raised our family in it. We've put our kids through school. And I thank you to my wife, Shirley. Thank you for putting up, and the really expensive bottle of scotch. I'm just kidding. But so where we go from here is to, I guess, will we go ahead and do the installation now? Or? Oh, the minutes. I'm sorry. I've not done this before. A few times. Actually, I have a total of 15 years involved in city government, whether planning commission or mayor. And I intend to take a little break and see what happens from there. You didn't hear that, Shirley. So let's go to number 6. This is approval of minutes for regular city council meeting of December the 15th, 2025, and special meeting December the 11th, 2025. That's the board recognition. And do we need approval? We need a second, a motion to approve, and a second. Who would like to do that? This is where someone from council does the motion.
We don't have
Oh,
buttons.
just talk. Go ahead.
I can move.
Yes. Amy-
Second.
Go ahead.
I move that we approve the minutes for the regular meeting on December 15th and the special meeting December 11th.
Second.
Thank you. And any questions on that? Any discussion on that motion? None? Would you call roll, please?
Councilmember Dennehy?
Aye.
Maloney?
Aye.
Schmisher?
Aye.
Stein?
Aye.
Tracy?
Aye.
Worthington?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Hamrick?
Aye.
Thank you. So at this time, we'll have the swearing in of the newly elected mayor and council members. And Cindy will be doing that down front. Should I call them up individually? Okay, so. All up? All right. We have Jeremy Reeves, City Council, District 1. Jeremy? Pamela Simmons, City Council Member, District 3. Pamela? Fred Toney, City Council Member at Large. And of course, Mayor Phil Lund. Come on down.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and the laws of the state of Colorado, and the charter, ordinances, laws, and regulations of the city of Canyon City, and will faithfully perform the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. to the best of my ability. Congratulations. I need you to sign your oaths, please.
Okay. Phil, I have to pass the gavel to you. You want to come up here and do it? And invite the council members to come up. Is that what it says right here? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
They tell me I need to push a button. So good evening, everyone, and I'm following that the gavel has been passed, and I want to thank the outgoing council members and the mayor for their service, and I think invite the new council members up to their seat. Are they where they need to be? Okay. So Andrea Stein has already talked, and Andrea and I were talking just before the meeting out there. Andrea attended 160 meetings last year as behalf of the council, and it's not great pay for 160 meetings, but Andrea, thanks so much for what you've done, and we appreciate your service for Canyon City. Thank you. Next is John Hamrick, and John has served as mayor pro tem, I think, for all 8 years. Have you not? Or has it been 6? 6 years, okay. And John gave a good statement about what he's doing. We pulled John back in. John is actually going to be the chair and continued chair of the Fremont County Planning Commission. And he was appointed by the city, but the county also appointed him. Appreciate the chairman of the board of the county commission is here tonight as well. And so, John, we thank you for your service to Canyon City. Thank you so much. Emily Tracy, you have went through the fire, and we appreciate you doing that and continuing with your service here. You made it to the end. I hope things are going well with your husband. I know you've had some challenges there with the health in your family, and you are appreciated, and thank you very much for your service to Canyon City. And lastly, Mayor Preston Troutman. You may be aware that Preston and I ran against each other 2 years ago in 2023, and we've become friends since that point, and I appreciate him. He has been fantastic for the transition, and I could not have asked for more. He's been taking me around to meetings, introducing me to folks. And Mayor Preston Troutman, I appreciate you, and I wish you all the best in your retirement, and I hope you and your wife have fantastic trips. I know you've got one coming up soon. So thank you so much for your service to Canyon City, sir. And I think the rest of the new council members, your names are up there, so we can be seated, and we can start out with... Okay. Yep. There's stuff there. comments for the Mayor Pro Tem.
That's for the black. The black goes in there. Thank you.
Okay, we're about to proceed, and again, thank you, council members and former Mayor Preston Troutman. We appreciate you. Is this thing on? I got to get used to the volume and everything, so we're good to go. You've heard a couple speeches tonight, and you got just 2 more to go, and I want to make some comments about the new, and then we're going to move into the agenda as it's written there. Specifically, the Mayor Pro Tem will be the next thing up, and we'll take some nominations and close it. But I've been thinking about the mayor's spot for quite some time, and I do have some prepared comments that I'd like to make. I've told Mayor or Councilman Fred that I can do it in 10 minutes, so you can expect that. No one time me, please. But I do want to just lay an agenda for what's coming up in the next 2 years, which is my term. That's what council or the mayor is elected to that. And I'm going to do my best to do that. So again, I prepared it. And first thing I want to do is thank Ryan Stevens and Cindy Foster Owens, who's the city clerk. They've been great in the transition. And so Ryan, I appreciate you and what you've done to help me get ready for this. And Cindy, you've been fabulous. And the city needs to know that this lady keeps everything organized. And I appreciate her so much as far as what she's done. So I love Canyon City. It's a jewel. The Arkansas River, the 6th largest in the nation. The Royal Gorge, transferred to our city by Teddy Roosevelt. Gateway to the Rockies, a history reaching back to dinosaurs and the settling of the West. Our town celebrated 150 years before the state of Colorado even turns 150 this year. This town also has good people. My friendship base is here. Many of them are in this room tonight. Most of my immediate family is here. Again, they are in this room tonight. If you see the little kids running around, my grandkids, and I appreciate them being here. Canyon City is a great place to call home. To those who have spent their whole life here, it was a good choice. But we have people moving in all the time also, and they too are part of Canyon City immediately, and those that will follow. I ran the demographics. We are 25% age 65 and older, higher than the national average. About 20% age 18 and under, lower than the national average. To those of us a bit older, 2006 was but a brief time ago. I mention that because 2046 is but a brief time in the future, one generation. And the potential is that in that short time, only 1 of 5 current residents will still be here. And it won't happen all at once. It will be happening throughout that entire time. The point is, Canyon City is changing. Most of the real estate, businesses, and those that occupy the offices of City Hall will be owned and occupied by different people in that short time. Coupled with that is the extraordinary change happening in the world. The predictions are also that we will experience 20 to 30 years worth of change in the next 5 years. That kind of change is undoubtedly disruptive. Artificial intelligence itself is now up to 50 years ahead of schedule, as predicted by futurists just a few short years ago. Change in Canyon City is unstoppable. It is up to us as a community to choose how to navigate it. let me paint two pictures. The first, if we shrug our shoulders, take the path of the cynic, shake our fist at change, and just let it happen with no effort, increased business loss, young people fleeing, shrinking tax base, and crumbling infrastructures and services. Look throughout America at small towns and cities, and you will see the path that has already been taken by many. Many have lost control. The threat is real and immediate. The second is, if we step up as a city, as a community, and navigate it together, picture Main Street 3 years from now. The future I want to see is of vacant storefronts filled with successful businesses. I want to see a young couple who have opened a business here in Canyon City. New and exciting. Got their permits in 3 weeks, not 3 months. A local artist run a gallery. Young people who grew up here are launching ventures adapted to the future because we made it easy, because we helped them. I want to see families who are walking past the Arkansas River, enjoying enhanced activities along the water. Our tax base is growing, not because we raise taxes, but because people are investing in homes and businesses. Crime is down because all of us, law enforcement, businesses, faith communities, neighbors, are working together. The energy is different. Canyon City is thriving. That's what we can build, all of us together. Which future we get is our choice. We have people in our town who know how to navigate the turbulent white water of the mighty Arkansas River at peak snowmelt. We need to do the same with the change before us. And just like on the raft, it takes everyone on board doing their part to end with success. We have the wonderful Royal Gorge. Since 1929, there has been a bridge across it. But before that, the gorge was impossible to cross. The division between the two sides was too far, too deep. Our political climate in the United States feels like that. The division is wide and deep. 2026 is an election year. We are going to be subjected to continuous messages that can divide us. At the local level, we need to have that bridge we can cross that allows us to work together, despite our differences, like our Royal Gorge Bridge that crosses a great divide. We must not waste this precious time in 2026 and beyond, all of us together. So how do we do it? If I could, I would deliver the message loud and clear. We are open for business in Canyon City. That means we are for a vibrant economy. We want to be a place that thrives, that allows the citizens of our community to thrive, to build their dreams, whether a business, a great place to retire, to be innovative, healthy, and live in a place of beauty. Here's what that requires practically. City Hall cannot be a place that kills dreams, not through overregulation, not through long, drawn-out, expensive permit and approval processes, not by missing immediate opportunities when someone wants to open a business now and we delay them, not by scaring off people who want to invest in Canyon City when they have other choices. We must be committed to serve, not hinder. We can have storefronts filled with successful businesses. We can have young people wanting to stay here because we encourage opportunity for them and even help them. We can build our great tech community. We can have an increasing tax base, not because we raise taxes, but because there is investment in homes and businesses, all of us together. We need to remind ourselves that government is here to serve. We are not to be a gatekeeper that you have to get through to get something done. We need to be a partner who wants to help you improve or start that business to thrive. Of course, safely. Of course, with a vision for the future and planning. But we are building our tax base by building our economic base. Now let me direct about where we are. I've had many conversations of late with citizens and business owners, and I've heard real pain. Citizens and business owners are frustrated with City Hall, some to the point of tears. We have contractors who have abandoned any thought of working in Canyon City. I travel in circles outside of Canyon City, and our reputation for being able to do business here is not good. For some, even terrible. Many will not even consider risking their dollars in our economy. Some who have chosen to do business here are so frustrated they're considering pulling out or shutting down. The fight with City Hall just isn't worth it to them. Citizens are tired of property crimes. Citizens are tired of ongoing homelessness. But we can fix this. We have the talent. We have good people in city government, in businesses, in schools, in our civic organizations. We have the desire. People care deeply about Canyon City. They want it to work. We just need to bring it all together. Keep what we love about this place, acknowledge and address the challenges head on, and make sure our culture is one where we are going to make things happen. Now, with urgency, our future depends on it. We can do it together. And to our business owners, let me say something directly to you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing business in Canyon City. We know you have options. You could take your investment dollars anywhere. You could choose communities where the process is easier, where the reputation is better, where the obstacles are fewer. But you chose here. Or you're still here despite the frustrations I described. You are appreciated. Every job you create matters. Every investment you make in your building matters. Every risk you take on this community matters. You are not running just a business. You are building our tax base, providing opportunities for our citizens, creating the economic vitality that makes everything possible. We can make it better. We're going to earn your continued investment. We can become the community that deserves the faith you've shown us. Help us get there. To members of the council, as a reminder, and some of you have said this earlier and I appreciate it, our job is to represent citizen voices to the government. It is not to represent the government to the citizens. The mayor has no vote. You do. There is no change without you choosing to exercise your votes for a positive change agenda, and I look forward to working with you. To the frontline employees at City Hall, thank you for your service. I agree with Preston what he said. We must figure out together how to get occupancy permits faster, how to get a citizen improve their property, how to serve and not be a gatekeeper. We help create the path forward. And again, I sincerely thank you for your service here in Canyon City. Tonight, we consider a practical change to enhance our committee structure, which will allow more focus on the way we do business and allow for citizen input on the front end. Up to 7 citizen members per committee, including up to 3 from outside city boundaries from Lincoln Park and North Canyon. Citizens are why we are here. Directly to the citizens, if I could. Citizens, there are immediately before us opportunities for you to speak and serve. We need you to do so. Come on January 20th and tell us the challenges and hopes for the future of Canyon City. It's open mic night is what we're calling it, and we'd love to hear from you all over the city about things that you find frustrating, things that you find good. Your voice matters. If the resolution passes tonight, which I mentioned, to have citizens on the standing committees, please apply. Bring your expertise, your wisdom, and love for Canyon City to the table. There are presentations coming up called Canyon City Forward Talks about important topics for the future. The presenters are top of the line. They live here. Let's load up the room at Staple Event Center. The first one is January 15th at 7 o'clock, focused on entrepreneurship and innovation. The second, on January 29th, is what makes communities successful. And I'd love to have everyone here join us for Canyon City Forward Talks. Lastly, I want to talk specifically to young people. Let me speak right directly to younger generations. You are our future, and you are critical right now. We need you, not someday, but now. We need your energy, we need your ideas, we need your willingness to try new things. We need you to see the possibilities we can't see because we're too close to how things have always been done. Every community that thrives has young people who decided to stay and build instead of leave and wish, who saw potential instead of just problems, who took a chance on their hometown. I'm asking you to be those people for Canyon City. You want to start a business? We're going to make that process faster and easier. Have ideas for making the town better? We want to hear them. Come to Canyon City Forward Talks. Apply for citizen committees. Raise your voice. You matter, your voice matters, your future here matters. Give us a chance to show you that Canyon City can be a place where you build the life you want. We can't do this without you. Lastly, this is far more than City Hall. It's the Royal Gorge Chamber Alliance. It's the civic organizations. It's the schools. It's Fremont County government. It's Fremont Economic Development Corporation. It's the churches and nonprofits. It's the fire district and the rec district. It is Lincoln Park and North Canyon. It is each and every one of us. All of us together, all 18,000 of us. It should be noted that Canyon City is the largest city in Fremont County. Our decisions impact more than just ourselves. Canyon City needs to be a place where we can make things happen. Not perfectly, but it must be a place where dreams can be achieved, where success is possible. In our changing world, that requires a commitment to speed, to organizations over chaos, to listening over dictating, to helping over hindering. We just entered the second quarter of the 21st century. This is the 250th year of the United States, 150th year of the state of Colorado, and our moment in Canyon City to take our strategic efforts with purpose, to get the business open, to help citizens improve their property, to make it clear that Canyon City is open for business. With bridges in place across our divisions, with everyone on the raft doing their part, with talent and desire we already have, just brought together with urgency and focus. We can do this, all of us together. Let's get to work. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you, and I think Mr. Fred Toney is also going to address us.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for being here, friends, citizens, the new council, the old council. It's an honor to go forward with everyone here. You know, as a lot of people that know me know, I wake up earlier than most. That's evident because they silence their phones. But, you know, yesterday I looked up at the moon. I know you all saw that. Moon was beautiful the last few days. And there was a contrail from a jetliner going across. And I thought, I am so happy to be here in Canyon City and not on that plane going anywhere else. I love Canyon City. I think everybody here does. So that's why we're here. Well, let me begin by saying this. Together with the Canyon City team, our citizens, and our business leaders, we form something far greater than any one of us on the council. And that is an incredibly capable, thoughtful, and intelligent community. And to serve you well, we have to put our personal agendas aside, listen very carefully, and work together with the people of Canyon City. The decisions made by the city council here is not just for today, but for decades to come. The responsibility is not lost on me. I'll take it very seriously. I give you my word, I'll represent the citizens and the businesses of Canyon City to the very best of my ability. You know, I'm reminded, thanks for your comments there, I'm reminded something from my wise and intelligent daughter said when she was 3 years old. She, and I'm sure everybody's heard something like this from the kids, but she did something that required a good scolding, and I gave it to her. And her comment was, well, Dad, you weren't watching me very well, were you? And that was true. So, but I share that story because good leadership requires listening and paying attention. We need your thoughts, your ideas. We need your concerns. You know, I walk daily with some neighbors who have incredible insight and thoughtful perspectives, yet many of those choose not to share that publicly. I'll encourage you, everyone here and in the city, to join us in our open meetings. Your voice matters, and together we'll help steer this city towards a success for generations to come. I want to thank you for your trust, your involvement, and the opportunity to serve this wonderful city of Canyon City. Thank you.
Thank you, folks. We are going to go into the election for the mayor pro tem, and I know some of you came specifically for this time period, so if anyone wants to leave, you're welcome to do that. Those of you who want to stick around, we are happy to do that. I want to just emphasize again that next meeting, which is the 20th of January, Martin Luther King Day is on Monday, that we're going to have an open mic night and encouraging all citizens to come and speak, and let's hear from a new council, hear from you. Tonight, you heard a lot of speaking from us. We'd like to hear a lot of speaking from you on January 20th, and we'd love to do that. So I am open to nominations for the mayor pro tem for city council.
Mayor? Yes, it would be my honor to nominate Amy Schmischer as Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, is there a second to that nomination?
I second that.
Are there any other nominations? If not, I'm going to close the nominations, and with only one nominee on there, I would offer a vote by acclamation. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the same. Motion carries. And now we would, and you're going to change the name out for council member, now Mayor Pro Tem Schmischer. Amy and I have been having a number of coffees together, and I am excited to have her as the mayor pro tem, and I think we're going to work very well as a team for the benefit of Canyon City. So congratulations, Amy. Okay, now I would ask the clerk to call the roll with the new council. We don't have to do that, so there we go. And is there citizens' requests to speak? I think I heard some of those, and the first one up is a fellow that I know well, Mr. Bob Stovall. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and members of council, members of the audience. My name is Bob Stovall. I'm the chairman of the board of the Royal Gorge Chamber Alliance. I want to welcome, and hopefully I'm speaking for the entire board of the Chamber Alliance when I welcome our new council and mayor. You know, as the voice of the business community, we look forward to working with you and with continuing council members to grow the economic prosperity of the greater Canyon City area. Mayor Lund has laid out an ambitious agenda, and the Royal Gorge Chamber Alliance is here to support you going forward. Working together, we can create many opportunities. Our GCA has settled into our beautiful new depot facility right down at 9th and Royal Gorge Boulevard. And thanks to the city, we are able to serve as an information and activity center right in the heart of the city, using both the depot building itself and Depot Park. We invite each of you to contact our staff and our board members if you need to discuss any ideas with us. And oh, by the way, I can assure you, we will not be shy about sharing our ideas with you. Finally, I know they've left, but I want to thank Mayor Troutman and the outgoing council members for their service to this great city of ours. We look forward to working with you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council.
Thank you, Mr. Stovall, and he is, again, the chair of the Royal Gorge Chamber Alliance, and we look forward to working closely with the chamber in the next couple of years. So thank you. The next one is Kathy Smith. Is Kathy here?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and esteemed council members. My name is Kathy Smith, and I am an outreach specialist from Valleywide Health Systems here in Canyon City. And I appreciate you allowing me to keep you informed of any changes that we have at Valleywide. And today I just want to introduce you to a new provider that we have at our clinic. Dr. Robert Weisinger is a doctor of osteopathic medicine and has recently moved here from Iowa. He has over 36 years of experience working in the medical field and is dedicated to building trustworthy relationships with his patients. His areas of expertise and clinical interests include general family medicine and with a focus on prevention, as well as hospice and palliative care to ensure comfort, quality, and dignity during life's final stages. Dr. Bob and his family have loved Colorado for many vacations, and so for a lot of years, and he enjoys spending time outdoors, fly fishing, and camping. So moving here, he was quite pleased to do that. He is currently accepting new patients, and I will leave a copy of his bio along with our clinic brochure on the table back here for any of you. Does anyone have any questions about Valleywide or Dr. Bob Weisinger?
Any questions from anyone? Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you for your time. Good evening.
Okay, next on the agenda, any council member announcements? Anyone want to speak to anything that needs to be addressed? Okay, hearing none of that, I will move on to the consent agenda. And the consent agenda, folks, is basically, it lays out all the things that can be approved in one motion. I do want to at least highlight, and the administrator is going to talk too, but I want talk about B, which is authorize the mayor to reappoint members to the city committees. And we have quite a list that, again, I think Ryan and Cindy, and especially Ryan, of working through that list with me. And it's appointing people to all kinds of things dealing with water and planning commissions and the Fremont County Planning Commission. I've already mentioned John Hamrick will be continuing with his role on that, even though he's not longer on the council. We're lucky to have him here. But that is something that is pretty significant as far as all the service that people are willing to give their time and effort to, and we appreciate that so much. And some of you are undoubtedly in this audience as well at this point, so we appreciate their service. With that, Mr. Stevens, do you want to take and talk about any of the rest of these?
Yeah. Thank you, Mayor Lund, members of council. I will go through the list, and then if you have any questions, let me know. Item 12A is to reappoint the following people: Ryan Stevens as the city administrator, Hoffman, Parker, Wilson, and Carberry, PC as the city attorneys, Larry Ellen as the City of Canyon City municipal judge. 12B is to authorize the mayor to appoint and reappoint members to the city committees for 2026. Staff is going to ask to remove item 12C. There's some changes going on with that particular company, so we will bring that back. 12D is to extend bid 13-25 chlorine to PVS-DX in an amount not to exceed $60,000. 12E is to award bid 06-26 water stock in a split award to Core and Main and Ferguson in an amount not to exceed $200,000 between the two vendors. 12F awards bid 08-26 aluminum sulfate to Chemtrade in an amount not to exceed $100,000. 12G awards bid 14-26 instrumentation service water to Combi Automation and Integration in an amount not to exceed $80,000. 12H is to ratify and file P-card disbursements, and 12I is to receive and file cash disbursements.
Thank you, City Administrator. Is there any additions or corrections? Any questions on any of those from the council members? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda and consent agenda. Okay, Amy Smisher?
Thank you. Mayor Lund, I move that we approve the consent agenda, removing 12C and the agenda as written.
I'll second.
Okay. Who seconded it? Tim, you second? Oh, Jerry did. Okay, thank you. Any discussion on this motion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Dennehy?
Aye.
Maloney?
Aye.
Reeves?
Aye.
Simmons?
Aye.
Tony?
Aye.
Worthington?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Smisher?
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes. City Administrator, do you have a staff report this time?
Yeah, we have, you have the written report in your packets. It is rather short or a little bit outdated because of the holidays. One thing that isn't in the report that I want council to be aware of is that we are working on that contract for the Royal Gorge Bridge vendor selection, and should have more information coming forward here in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, very good. Okay, at this time, we have any questions for the City Administrator, first of all? Everyone's all set? Okay. And at this time, we have a public hearing that we're going to be talking about, and I see Rob Brown making his way up here, so I would assume, Rob, you are in charge, and I also see Patrick Mulready, who is the city planner, and at this time, let's open the public hearing. And City Planner, if you could go ahead and present what you need to present.
Certainly. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. This evening, we are here to consider a plat vacation, which takes the form of Ordinance 1, Series of 2026. Located along Mariposa Road between Valley Road and the Dawson Ranch neighborhood, the Red Hawk Landing property was platted by minor subdivision in 2019 as a 3-lot commercial subdivision. Since this plat was approved and recorded, no construction activity has occurred on site, and the applicant of the 2019 plat request now seeks to remove that minor subdivision approval. Rather than amending the Red Hawk Landing minor subdivision, the applicant seeks to vacate the 2019 approval in its entirety. The effect of a plat vacation is to undo or reverse the approval of an existing plat on a property. This restores the property to the legal description that it had prior to the most recent plat approval. Because of this, plat vacations tend to be unusual in nature. In the case of the subject property, if the plat vacation is approved, Red Hawk Landing would be reversed, and the property would be taken back to being a single lot, legally described as Lot 3 Dawson Business Park. Canyon City's plat vacation requirements follow state statute, requiring council to adopt a resolution setting the public hearing date. That resolution was adopted by council on December 1st and set this evening as the date for the public hearing on the ordinance associated with the plat vacation. And the ordinance which would accomplish the plat vacation is identified as Ordinance 1, Series of 2026. If approved this evening following a public hearing, it would come back to council on January 20th, 2026 at second reading as a council discussion item. Now, in terms of findings, staff has found that no improvements, grading, or construction have occurred on the subject property since the Red Hawk Landing minor subdivision was approved. Additionally, there is no split or contested ownership of the property. The applicant for the 2019 minor subdivision continues to own all 3 of the existing lots and has voluntarily sought this plat vacation. Therefore, there is no code-defined reason to deny this plat vacation request. With that, staff is recommending that council approve Ordinance 1, Series of 2026, accomplishing the plat vacation on first reading and setting the second reading for January 20th, 2026. That would conclude the staff presentation. As always, I'm happy to answer any questions that council may have. On behalf of the applicant, we have Rob Brown from FEDC here to speak on the project. The applicant is actually not feeling well and got an email this morning that they would not be able to make tonight's meeting.
Okay, Rob?
Yeah, this is Rob Brown, Fremont Economic Development Corporation. For those of you I haven't met, glad to meet you. It's a privilege to...
Sorry, can you turn on your mic?
Thank you. Thank you for the reminder there. Rob Brown, FEDC. I'm the executive director. I wake up every morning thinking about ways to improve our economic resiliency in Fremont County. I'll have the opportunity to work with each of you in the future, I'm sure, and I thank you for that. This is a rare case where the owner is experiencing significant holding costs due to this property being subdivided, and a lot of things have happened since he requested that in 2019. A little thing called the pandemic, which potentially changed the outcome. We have an entirely new staff. We have a new UDC. We have a number of things that have changed that have caused them to just, like an Etch-a-Sketch, just shake it, clear the deck, and then start over with a new plan. And FEDC is committed to help them with that plan. And I'm primarily here to answer questions, and that's strictly my mission tonight.
Are there any questions from the council? Yes, Amy.
Thank you. I guess I have 2. One, have we received any public comment or anything really? Okay. Thank you, Patrick. And then second, do they have any ideas yet? Anything that that is ready or ripe for public consumption as to what they do plan to do with the property moving forward?
The simple answer is they have tons of ideas. They don't have any of them that are appropriate to release tonight. I certainly wouldn't want to take that excitement from the owner either. But in this particular case, I think it's primarily a point of let's get the property back to the way that it was. We have a new comprehensive plan and things that have changed the way that you might look at this piece of property. It's right on Mariposa, near the Dawson Ranch stables. It's got commercial, industrial, multifamily. It's got single-family residential. There are a lot of things right around it, and so I think this is a good opportunity to kind of reset the deck. But some interesting ideas, but we'll see which one they come forward with. Them, like all other aspiring business people in our area, need planning, they need capital, they need support, and we intend to help them with all of those things.
Thank you. That's really helpful. It's wonderful to hear that FEDC is there for them.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Any other council members have questions? Okay, as done in a public hearing, I'm inviting anybody from the public that wants to address this issue. Seeing none, I would be open to a motion to support
Sir, first, please close the public hearing.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. So first of all, we need to officially close the public hearing, and I officially do that right now. Now I am open to a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to pass Ordinance 1, Series of 2026 on first reading.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay. Kathy seconded, and any discussion on this motion? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Dennehy?
Aye.
Maloney?
Aye.
Reeves?
Aye.
Simmons?
Aye.
Tony?
Aye.
Worthington?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Schmisher?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is Resolution 1,
you.
Series 2026. This is a resolution designating the public place for posting notices pursuant to CRS 24-6402-2C. And I would assume the administrator is going to give me some input on that.
Thank you, Mayor Lund and members of council. This is a yearly resolution to set the posting place for our agendas. That place is the city's website, canyoncity.gov. We also post it here at City Hall and share that information through our social media accounts.
Okay, any questions for this standard thing that we do? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 1, Series 2026. Kathy is the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second. But she has to, yeah.
I need to say it.
Oh, okay, please.
I would like to make the motions to adopt the Resolution 1, Series of 2026 by title only.
Very good, thank you.
I'll second.
Now there's a second. And was that Jerry or Tim? I've got to get used to you
That's
guys'
me,
voice.
sorry.
Okay, thank you.
I'll put this over here.
All good. Any discussion on this motion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Dennehy?
Aye.
Maloney?
Aye.
Reeves?
Aye.
Simmons?
Aye.
Tony?
Aye.
Worthington?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Schmisher?
Aye.
Passes. Okay, the next item on the agenda is Resolution 2 of Series 2026. This is a resolution authorizing endorsing for the checking warrant, savings, and investment accounts. And again, I would call for the city administrator to explain this one.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, this is a routine resolution. This Resolution 2 will replace the outgoing mayor as an authorized signer and input Mayor Lund as the incoming mayor as an authorized signer. The other two authorized signers on the accounts are myself and Tammy Nordyke, the finance director.
Okay. Is there any questions for the administrator on this particular item? If not, I would call for a motion to approve Resolution 2, Series 2026. And now if you raise your hand, I'm going to have you read it. So, Kathy?
Okay. I make the motion to adopt Resolution 2, Series 2026.
Is there a support to that motion?
Second.
From Amy is the support. Any discussion on the motion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Dennehy?
Aye.
Maloney?
Aye.
Reeves?
Aye.
Simmons?
Aye.
Tony?
Aye.
Worthington?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Schmisher?
Aye.
Very good, appreciate that. And the next one is a Resolution 3 series. This is a resolution establishing the Finance, Budget, and Public Works Committee, the Public Safety and Quality of Life Committee, and the Economic Development Committee, and repealing Resolution 23, which was back in 2016. If I could just talk about that just briefly, and then I'll turn it to you. I met with the administrator on a number of things. What is currently in place is a General Government Committee and a Vision Committee. This functioned since the last one was adopted in 2016 as a committee of the whole, which means that each and every one of the council members were involved with that. My own analysis of that is that, and watching and everything, is simply that it didn't allow many of the council members to get into more depth with the policy issues, and also it never allowed for distribution of leadership to council members to actually be involved on the leadership. Everyone was here, and what this would be is there would be individual chairs that would be available for each one of those, and each one would have 3 members of the council that would be involved with that. The unique thing about this resolution, as proposed, is something I mentioned in my comments, was that we are looking at putting 7 members of the public on there, and that's up to. It doesn't have to be 7, but it's up to. 4 of those would be within the city of Canyon City boundaries. 3 do not, and so there's the possibility to do that. And what I'm interested in is also that North Canyon and Lincoln Park would have representatives on there as well. These are non-voting positions. Only the council members who are on there are authorized, but they do bring the ability for citizens to actively be involved as committee members, non-voting, as we deal with particular issues. What is happening right now, and happens at a lot of places, is the city involvement is basically we pass something and you get 3 minutes at the podium to have citizen input. And this is something that changes that and puts citizen input on the front end, and I'm particularly excited about it. I have no idea if this is going to be adopted tonight. We'll see how the discussion goes, but I'm just laying out to where that is. I'm specifically interested, as I mentioned also in my comments, of young people being involved, and so if it does pass and the appointments are made, I'm looking to make sure that we have some young people in our community. So there's 3 committees, there would be 7 people. We would be looking for up to 21 citizens who would participate in this. There would probably be 2 meetings a month that they would be responsible for, and we're looking for people who can actually make that, but it's something that I think would really be an opportunity for citizens to be involved with policy issues on the front end. And once something passes, then it would come out of the committee by the members who are on the council, 3 members at the max, and then that isn't a majority of the council. It would take 4, and so there's always convincing the rest to do that. So that's how I view it, and there is a resolution to do that. I think the attorneys have been involved with that as well. So, City Administrator, I turn it over to you as far as staff reports, if you have comments on this at all.
Thank you, Mayor Lund. I think you've covered most of it. This is Resolution 3. The 3 committees would be the Finance, Budget, and Public Works Committee, the Public Safety and Quality of Life Committee, and the Economic Development Committee. And again, this was brought forward by Mayor Lund, and I turn it back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, any questions, discussions from council members? Yes, Jerry.
Oh, you were first, Tony, go ahead.
Tony?
Can you explain how those appointments will be established, the execution of those appointments?
Like anything, as I understand it from a particular section of the ordinances, that the mayor would have the ability to make those appointments. Obviously, I'm going to be talking with individuals, specifically the chairs, et cetera. As far as if you're not asking about the citizens and you're asking about the actual members here on the council, I would plan on making those appointments if this resolution passes this evening, so that the plan would be we would meet on Wednesday in a normal special council meeting, and those would have their first meetings at that point and set up times, et cetera. And then I believe the next process will be that the city clerk puts out a notice, a public notice, for anyone who wants to apply for that. So it's a formal process, and we'll probably set a deadline of probably January 31st, somewhere in there. And the goal would be that come the second meeting in February, we would have those appointments made, and we would have a fully functioning committee to move that forward. I would say that also that we have a council retreat that's happening in early February. I think we've got a date on that, and have both the public comments that would hopefully happen on January 20th, citizen involvement here with the new leadership, and I'll do the chair tonight if that works as well. And I think we would put ourselves on good momentum to carry forward into the future as far as dealing with some specific ones. So as the city administrator mentioned, we would be specifically focusing on finance and public works. The next one is public safety and quality of life, which would include libraries, museums, and obviously public safety dealing with the law enforcement. And then specifically economic development would be the other one. That's going to be a priority that we're dealing with as well. Did that answer your question, sir? Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, Kathy?
I have a, go ahead.
Oh, Jerry was first. Go ahead, Jerry.
I am in no hurry.
Yeah, go ahead, Jerry.
So did you say this was replacing General Government Vision Committee meetings, the second meetings of the month?
It is replacing those.
Is each committee going to have their time, or all 3 committees showing up at the same time?
Each one, this is a good question. Each committee on Wednesday will set its own time for meeting, and that will be announced and put out there. But each committee decides on their own, as far as when they meet on Wednesday, when their actual time periods would be. And I think we have to do that, if I'm remembering conversation with the city administrator, that that's a necessary thing, that we have a standard meeting time that will be on the website. These are all going to be notified as a public meeting by the city clerk and noticed for the Open Meetings Act, and that's how that would take place.
So it's possible that the Public Works Committee would be meeting, but the Finance Committee would not be meeting? Or will all?
Finance and Public Works are together.
Okay, okay, so Economic Development could be meeting on a Wednesday.
Could
but
be.
Finance Committee would not be meeting.
Again, it's everyone sets their own time period, so hopefully we don't have overlap, but the three committees will set their own standard time periods that they would meet, and they don't have to coordinate with one another. You can have special meetings
But
where they have an issue that's coming up, and they get together at the same time period. They can coordinate that. But again, if I'm not being clear, each committee will set their own time period that they plan on meeting for the extended period of time.
So it won't be necessarily a public meeting like we do Vision Committee or General Government? It wouldn't be a public meeting like
It would be a
that?
public meeting. There will be a quorum that is there, or 3 members, and those are needing to be noticed, and the city clerk would do that, that here's the agenda for that.
So,
Okay.
Am I missing what you're saying?
Sorry, Mr.
Go
Mayor.
ahead.
I just want to clarify. 3 members is not a quorum, but it does trigger the open meetings law for
Yes.
posting.
Wrong term, but yes, that's correct.
I'm sorry if I'm asking a lot of questions, but
You feel
so
free.
the committee members would say, okay, we want to meet on this third Wednesday of the month at noon.
As long as the
So-
3 members could do that, they can set whatever rhythm they want to. Hypothetically, they could do
So it
that.
would no longer be a 5 o'clock or a 6 o'clock meeting?
On
or a
Wednesdays,
6
that's
o'clock.
correct.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right, that was my question.
Yep.
And I have one more question for Administrator Stevens. The committees that we're on now that we're appointed to, are those changing? You know, so when do we discuss who's taking over which?
Those were just approved in the consent agenda.
Did I miss it?
You
Okay.
may have.
All right, I'll go back. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. Someone else. Kathy?
You were talking about yourself being the appointee of the citizen group. Will that be with consulting with the other council members of that committee?
That is my style. There is an ordinance specifically that states the mayor appoints all members for the standing committee. Self-government does not work without collaboration, and my goal as the mayor is to collaborate with the council members. I don't even have a vote. You guys do, but this is something that, again, the specific ordinance allows for the mayor to appoint. I'm wanting to do that, and I've already laid out, again, the kind of people that I'm interested in, which is 4 members from the public. I'm looking for a business member to be represented. I am absolutely looking for somebody that is young to be represented, and you're welcome to come back to this particular recording in the future and see if I lived up to it. I'm planning on living up to it. And again, all of this is not filled seeking out people. They have to go through the standard process with the city clerk and make the application, and to do so in a formal manner to be part of this.
I have a question on that, may I?
Yes, of course.
One thing is, you know, a lot of these committees, sometimes there's 1, 2, 3 people absent. So as we go into this, and if there's 2 council members missing from one of these meetings, is just one council member going to carry on the meeting?
No.
Okay. Does it require 3 to have that meeting be balanced? Because if somebody comes up sick or anything, I'm just looking at this going, man, we're cutting this. It's a cool idea, but I think we may be cutting it kind of thin. If, you know, one person's sick, then the whole meeting's canceled. Am I correct? If there's a council member absent, is the meeting canceled?
We haven't had that discussion, Tim. That's a good question. I think the meeting would go forward with 2 because there won't be just 2 council members. There'll also be the citizen members that would be present as well, and I think a formal discussion could take place, would be how I would view that, so.
Okay, and please, excuse
By the way,
us.
we're good.
What if 2 council members were not able?
The meeting would be
because that-
canceled.
Okay, because that happens, especially, you know, at city council, you don't see it as much, but, you know, everybody's got their lives and different things going on in their lives, and I just want to make sure. And then the other thing is, will we have city staff at these meetings? Are we going to bring city staff bring them into more meetings or 3 meetings instead of 1 meeting?
I think there would be a focus on the financial part, that would be people that have financial interests in that. Cindy, Ryan, and I have had meetings, and we've discussed that, and we don't think that there's going to be any more work, at least I don't, than what currently happens at this point. And it may be at noon, as Jerry talked about. So I want to stress, this is an experiment. It's something that we're going to try. If it doesn't work, we backtrack on it, and that is just fine. That's what business people do. That's what we can do. But I would encourage us to try this experiment, and I'm looking forward to distributing the leadership to other members of this council, so that there would be a chair for the finance and public works. There would be a chair for the one dealing with public safety. And specifically, I have an emphasis on economic development, and I've laid it out to each of you. I don't think I would like the mayor to specifically be involved with economic development. I just think it's really important for us right now, and so I'd like to be involved as that myself. The mayor does serve as an ex officio member of each of the committees. Again, that's not by this resolution. That is by the ordinance that is out there.
I have a quick question.
Yes, Pamela.
So you're saying that if we do this resolution, this is a test, we're going to try these committee structures as a new test subject, and if it doesn't work, we can roll it back? How easy is it to roll that back once we voted it in?
Just like we're doing right tonight, the resolution that was adopted in 2016, I believe, we're going to go against that, and we would do the exact reverse at this point. So this is an experiment, and I think we need to give it several months, 4, 5, 6 months, and see how it's going. I do think the big thing about this is the citizen involvement, to put them on the front end. That's a huge part of this as well. So it's just not the 2 or 3 members that are there. It's going to be citizens, and I've put this out on social media. There's a lot of people who are interested. I know that there are people in this room who've stated to me that they would be interested in participating in this as well.
I think overall, it's a good concept. My concern is there seems to be a lot of questions being asked and not maybe a fully...
Which one is not fully? The one that Tim asked is there.
Right.
But again, we're looking for a bit of leadership on the part of the committees themselves to define their meeting times, to define positions there. And the only issue that I think I was hedging on was specifically the one dealing with people being sick and not showing up. And I think that can be dealt with. We'll figure that one out. I think from a momentum standpoint, I would urge adoption. And again, the mayor does not have a vote. But it puts January on a trajectory that we're getting ourselves organized. We're involving citizens in a way that they haven't been involved with before. And especially with the January 20th, if we put this off, which again, if the council chooses to do that, I support that. And we have further discussion, we can go there. But it does take a bit of time. We'll be looking at late February to get our meetings all established and everything. And I just think we can do better than that. And we'll be flexible. All we have to do is say, Phil, this isn't working on this particular thing, and we figure it out. But at least we get moving forward with the organization. Yes, Fred.
So, Mayor, might we put a test limit on there, 6 months, where we can review it and decide to keep it or go another route?
I think that's a great idea.
6 months, 9 months, whatever.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, would you encourage 6 months, 9 months? If someone makes the motion, Ms. Attorney, are we able to make that motion with a set time that we would be reviewing this?
Sure, you could make it part of the resolution. In the language, you can add a section that has a date where council would come back and have a meeting and review how the committees are going. So.
And I would say that also that as part of that, that each of the meetings that we have as far as our normal meetings, each of the chairs will be giving a report on what's happening in their committees. So that would be a standard process that we would add to the normal agenda, that the Finance and Public Works Committee is talking, the Public Safety one is talking, the chair would be the spokesperson for that, and also Economic Development.
May I just, I think it's a really neat idea. I just hope that as we have these separate ones, and I know everything comes back to council then, but I hope then we have enough time to discuss it as a whole council and get everybody else's ideas on something that 3 people are bringing back to them.
It was
and that's one thing that I would say that I'd be a little concerned with.
And it was put as 3 people specifically, so they didn't have 4 votes to come forward and not convince. So there has to be a lot of discussion about these things. But I do believe, Tim, that there would be a deep dive that they can get into a lot more detail, establish relationships, just focus on things in a more specific way as a result of having a subject matter that is part of their committee, and they can much more dive into it. Yes, Amy.
Thank you. Would you envision, I'm just building a bit on what Councilmember Dennehy said, would you envision when the chairs come and give their kind of readouts and reports from the committee meetings that then they could get some feedback and actually have a bit of a dialogue and a discussion during the council meeting, so that if there is a council member who doesn't sit on that particular committee who is like, oh, I have an idea there, or have you talked to this person, to where maybe some of that additional input and fodder from the rest of council can also be part of that deliberative process?
I think it's a fluid discussion that would occur, and of course the chair, they may have limited amount. They may be asking that we would like some council movement on this as far as giving their input on it. So I think, again, I envision fluidity with that discussion.
Thank you. I'm really excited about the idea of having more citizen involvement kind of during the deliberative process, and having specific citizens who are part of each committee and really following it and really providing that feedback and input throughout those conversations. I think that that's a really great idea in terms of putting the citizens first. Would they all be from Fremont County? Like,
Oh,
would
absolutely.
they all live in Fremont County? Okay.
Absolutely. Within the greater Canyon City area. Again, 4 need to come from specifically within the
Absolutely.
borders, 3 out.
Okay.
But
all
North Canyon,
7.
North
Yeah,
Canyon
North Canyon
and Lincoln Park, they're part of our community, and they've often said, hey, we don't even have a vote for council members, and yet what happens here on the council impacts them. And so we're going to give them a voice, a non-voting voice, but a voice.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yes, sir.
I think we
Jeremy.
should go with a trial period on it, just because I question impacts to the staff. I know you said you talked with them and stuff, but anytime new ideas come about, there's issues that we may not have thought about. And as much as the staff, thank you guys for all that you've done for us already, helping us out. And I don't want to put an undue impact on them that they're not already feeling and just thrust that upon them. As a worker, I don't like it when my bosses are just saying, here's more work to do, and just deal with it for the same pay. So I think if we put a time frame on it, I think it would give us a better
Great.
understanding on how it's going to impact staff as well.
Okay. I did have coffee with the police chief. I think the city administrator knows that. And the police chief was actually quite excited about this. I don't know, I don't see him in the room anymore, but he was excited to have a specific committee that would be working with public safety and law enforcement. So he expressed that. Other questions?
Just one
Yes, sir.
more. I mean, just looking at, as we're saying this, for 5 or 6 months, just as a time frame thing, would anybody be opposed to, like a June 1st? Because that would be a good date, because then that gives you the next, if it's working, fantastic. If it doesn't, it puts us on for the next 6 months for the rest of the year.
June 30th would be 6 months if you want to go the 6 month. Any questions about Tim's comment? June 30th or June 1st?
I would like to see June 1st. That gives us, 5 months then. I think that's a pretty solid foundation to see how she's working. But,
Sounds good.
that's just an idea.
I like the idea, and I'm really liking that we would experiment with it. I appreciate the thought that let's give her a run, and I would encourage everyone to jump in wholeheartedly with this and see if we can pull this off, because as Amy was talking about, this is a great opportunity for citizens, and not only a great opportunity for citizens, this is a great opportunity for us on the council to get their wisdom, to get their understanding of things that we might not see, and it's much better, in my humble view. I think we're going to benefit by, instead of the 3 minutes that they get at the end of something, to be fully engaged on the front end. Any other discussion? I'm open to a motion to approve this, subject to the June 1st review.
I'd like to make that motion. I think it's a great idea that we'll put more focus on some key things we need to accomplish. I'd like to make that motion to pass with the June 1st time period as the review. Resolution 3, Series 2026, the resolution establishing the Finance Budget, Public Works Committee, the Public Safety and Quality of Life Committee, and the Economic Development Committee, and repealing Resolution number 23, Series 2016.
Is there support to motion?
If I may, can I just clarify that we're going to add that June 1st review? That's actually a council meeting date, so we'll just add that in as section 4 to the resolution after all the committees. Is that all right? Okay.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. Is there support to the motion?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you, Kathy. Any further discussion on the motion? With that, I will ask the clerk for a vote on roll call.
Councilmember Dennehy?
Aye.
Maloney?
Aye.
Reeves?
Aye.
Simmons?
Aye.
Tony?
Aye.
Worthington?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Smisher?
Aye.
With that, can I go ahead and make appointments to those committees then, if that works? Okay, as the mayor, I would like to, for the Finance and Public Works Committee, I would like to appoint Fred Tony, Jerry Maloney, and Amy Schmischer, and appoint Fred Tony as the chair. For the Public Safety and Quality of Life, I would like to appoint Amy Schmischer, Pamela Simmons, and Tim Dennehy. Amy Schmischer would be the chair. And for Economic Development, Kathy Worthington and Jeremy Reeves. The mayor serves as ex officio of each of those per the resolution. And for that one, I'll talk, but I would like the chair being the mayor, just to give emphasis to the importance of economic development in our town and city. I don't think I need approval on that, right? It's just simply an appointment? Okay. Is there any other business to come before the council on our first time of the 2-year period that we are ready to rock and roll on?
I'll lighten this up a little and say I'm very grateful to not be the baldest guy on the dais anymore.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. We resemble the other Mark. We've got two options. One is that we allow for hats to be part of those who are hairless on here. The other one is to pass an ordinance in the city that men no longer can have hair on top. And
I'll second that.
That may be the role that we play that. So Jerry and Tim, as the two that have hair on the committee that are males, we appreciate that. Any other business before the council? Congratulations to the new members. Look forward to serving with you. The members that are continuing, look forward to serving with each one of you. And I believe we have a Wednesday meeting at 6 o'clock. And the agenda on that, specifically, we need to take up that social media policy that was approved by the former council and see where we want to go with it. And then it will be the first meeting of the new standing committees. And after that, you can set your own time period. Following that, the city clerk has the ability to put that out for the city to be part of that. And one last point, and I don't know, if, Cindy, if you've had a response to this, but there is a committee that, I forget the name of it, the Ethical Committee, the Ethics Committee. We don't have any members on that, and that is an important function that we should have. It can't be council members or anyone else. So if there is a citizen out there, I don't know if you've had response to that, but it is something that we would like to put into place so that we just have a governing area out there dealing with the ethics. I think it requires 2 members is what's on there. Go ahead.
Just a reminder that there is also a Urban Renewal Authority meeting at 5 o'clock on Wednesday as well.
Okay, very good.
And Mayor, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
If, I think our office would like to discuss our membership on that committee and have it removed.
On the
at some
URA?
point. On the Ethics Committee.
Oh, okay.
That's not our lane to be on that committee. We advise those people. We do not sit as a member.
You
So-
must have seen something that I didn't, because I just saw 2 blank lines there, and so. Okay.
So if that's okay, at some point down the road this year, we'd like to bring back an amendment to the code to remove us from that.
Okay, very good. Thank you, citizens, for coming. We appreciate you very much, and sticking with us through all those little speeches that we gave as well. I know that that can be difficult. We are looking forward to the next meeting on January the 20th. Again, we have an open mic night. And before that, on January 15th, if you want to attend at the Steeple Event Center, there is Canyon City Forward Talks. The first one is entrepreneurship and innovation, and the second one is what makes a community successful. That one is specifically by Lester Lamone, who happens to be in the audience tonight, and I know that he's getting prepared for that one, and we look forward to this. So with that, the meeting is adjourned.